Hello, this is Paul Healy, the editor of the Roscommon People newspaper, and I'm downtown in Roscommon today with P. Burke, who's one of the most well-known community figures in the region, a very well-established auctioneer and community figure, as I say. And P, you're celebrating a milestone, really, in the coming weeks because it's 25 years since you aligned with Sherry FitzGerald. So you were an auctioneer before that for a period, but 25 years as Sherry FitzGerald P. Burke.
Yeah, that's correct, and sure, it's a great thing to say that I am 25 years with Sherry FitzGerald. It has been great years. I enjoyed them. There was probably, in the business, there was probably ups and downs as regards what happened over the years, but at the same time, the full team of Sherry Fitz was always out there to give you a hand to work with you and keep the business going over the years, and it developed. I suppose I was number 16, I think, to join up with Sherry Fitz, and I think they have over 100 offices now. So yes, it has been a great journey. And
looking back at the early days, P, a lot of people will know this, but just to look back, you were in the Department of Agriculture, I think, before you branched out. What was into auctioneering? What was the thought process at the time?
Well, I suppose I was in the Department of Ag, I was there with 17 years, and I suppose I was in a permanent pensionable job, if you want to put it that way, and I worked with the Department of Ag mostly. Most of my time I spent it in farm development, which was out on the road looking after grants for farm buildings, drainage, all that type of thing, meeting the farmers, and I had an area in Roscommon that I used to cover. It was very good, I really enjoyed it. And I suppose then I had it in my head. I suppose my father was in the Department of Ag, a permanent pensionable job, and he always believed in those permanent pensionable jobs. That was a very good thing to have, which he was probably right. Well, back in his days, it was harder to get jobs, and they were there, and it was great to get that type of job. So I did, but I did have it in my head that I wanted to do auctioneering. It was always something that I had in my head, and I wanted to go out and run my own business. I decided when the time I thought was right, and my wife, who had Bright Spark Boutique there in the square, and her business developed fairly well, and I said to myself, now I'm going to take the chance and go out and do it. And I did go out and do it, and I suppose it's like anybody else, and I would encourage people, if they think they have an idea, don't leave it too late if they do want to go out and set up their business, and that's what I did.
Yeah, and of course your wife Bernie has been involved with the auctioneering side of things as well to a degree over the years. So looking back on those years in a general sense, P, I mean, we went probably from boom to bust and so on. There was the Celtic Tiger era, then there was a crash or two, and a downturn. I mean, it's hard to summarise it all up in a few minutes, but what are your thoughts as you look back on the 25-year period?
I suppose over the 25-year period, when I did start prior to getting the franchise with Sherry Fitz, I'd say it gave me a chance to get up and running. I also had a high burning insurance agency at the time, which was good for me. I got up and I got running over the few years before I joined the Sherry Fitz, and I thought that was the right way to go, was the franchise base, to work with those because of the backup and the whole lot. So that was grand. Things began to improve more and more. We moved premises from Lanesborough Street, where I was, down here to Gough Street. I bought this premises here, and we refurbished it and opened our offices in June 2000, and Brian Cowan, who was the Minister for Foreign Affairs at the time, opened the offices. So things began to, I suppose you could say, improve, and then we got into the boom. I think there was a number of things that happened which I do think which sticks up in my mind is the time when we did set up the Tesco deal, which was put together from start to finish. I put that together, and you can see now what has come from it. The Harrison Centre is there, and you have Tesco, and you have car park, and you have free car park, and you have an awful lot of things, and other things developed on from there. Now you have things that, it's a great town, as I say, and things have developed very well in the sense that you have very good shops besides that. And most recently there I saw Circle K down there, Casey's, they did a major development down there, which is a major boost to the town. So there was always people spending money. Roscommon Building Company, Sean Doyle's company, they are building houses there at the moment, which will be probably going for sale in March or April next year. Right. There is development going on the whole time. I've seen that happen, but I've also seen things like the bust, when the bust happened, and that was serious, and I mean serious for an awful lot of people. It was serious for homeowners that had bought houses. Their mortgages went up, and they had to try and deal with banks. Developers, the same thing. They were there, and things went bad for them. So I suppose in general it wasn't nice. Now that was a very tough time for everybody. We also had to pare back the number of staff that we had here at the time, cut back, tighten signing up. Lucky enough as well, we had a great team in the sense that Sherry Fitz was there to give you a hand out and advise you what way to go or what way not to go. So I think that was, as that went on. Now we have turned the corner again. Then of course we had COVID, and now we're back, and house prices are up again, very high demand and supply, which we are every day looking to see if there's more houses than we can get to sell, because the demand out there is higher.
There's a big demand in Roscommon Town at the moment, yeah.
Yes, there is a big demand, even for rental and purchase. There is a big demand at the moment, and it is, something that is going to be there for a while. But look at in the national basis what they're doing, and they set up teams there to look into it and come along with answers to see can they solve it, develop a zoned land. Now they're back as owning more land. So there's a lot of things that are happening, and I hope that they're going to work to bring it back to, I suppose if you want to put it that way, normality. Your prices are gone a little bit high again. Affordability is another thing, and people are only earning so much, so they're only going to afford so much. So we have to try and hopefully that there's more stock comes on the market and things begin to improve. So that's hopefully that is what happens. But as I say, that's where we are at the moment, and I think things are going to be fairly good. I'm probably estimating another 5 years. I could be wrong, but I'm estimating probably because of the amount of building that has to be done to catch up. Our population is increasing as well overall, and we're in the EU, so it's we're open markets and that sort of thing. So things are changing.
And I suppose with technology and also with remote working to a degree, and also with the development of the town and county, there's a sense of growth in rural areas that mightn't have been there a few years ago.
Oh yeah, certainly there has been, and the other thing is, the working from home. I suppose that scenario, we did see a certain amount of that happened. It did happen there for a while, that people did move, and it suits them actually, and they love it because they like the country life. They like, it's very easy to bring your kids to school. You're only about 5-10 minutes. You're not driving in traffic in the city. Now some of them may go one day a week up to Dublin, but at the same time, the country is a great place to live, and Roscommon is a great place to live. Like, our crime is very low here in Roscommon. Like, we have to be very thankful as to where the town is and how it has developed and what all the facilities. You have bars, you have restaurants, you have the whole lot here. So look, it's a very good town. You have your hotels, and so I would say that we're lucky down in Roscommon. And again, if we have the development that I hope is going to come through down in Athlone, with it being upgraded to city status, it's going to be a big plus to Roscommon Town as well.
Okay, well, it's a very positive outlook, and as we speak here in mid-December, we're all admiring the Christmas lights as well, and there's a great bounce in the town and a great sense of positivity. So just finally, I suppose, obviously Sherry FitzGerald Burke offers the range of services to the public. I mean, in terms of commercial and ordinary houses and lettings and all of that, and that's the plan presumably for the coming years.
Yeah, I would say for next year now, I would see probably there'll possibly be commercial properties that will be coming up for sale. There'll be residential. We do, when you're based in a town like Roscommon, we're probably talking about a population of 6,000. We're also cover the county. We do, with Castlereagh, Strokestown, Boyle. We're all around the area. We do up as far as Monksland. We cover the full county, Roscommon, whatever. So as I say, we're Sherry FitzGerald Burke covers Roscommon. That's where we operate. We look after commercial, residential, land lettings, land sales. We also do entitlements. So we do basically, for an operation like this, we do everything, if you want to put it that way. And we have a good team here, a great team that work with us here, and we work very well together. And as I say, we have the full backup of Sherry Fitz as well. If we ever want any advice or anything, we have BDMs that come and give us a handout. So it's a great setup, and I think going forward, yes, I'm looking forward to next year. Hopefully it goes well, and hopefully we don't have anything like what we had before COVID or any of those things, and that we all get a chance to keep going on from here.
And finally, I know you'd like to take this opportunity to thank the public for their support and loyalty over the 25 years. Yeah,
certainly, Paul. Look, it has been very good for us. I suppose from somebody that started with basically no houses at the very start when I did start, and then moved on from there and brought in more property, worked hard at it, really enjoyed it. and I think that the public out there were very good to us. They gave us the business, and we're still going. And I suppose on the other side of it, they have the amount of people that have come back and thanked us after we have sold their houses, or even their land or commercial or whatever we did for them, or even lettings, have thanked us and have given us appreciation online that the work that we had done for them, and I think they appreciate it as well. So I'm delighted that we are getting good results for people, and they are happy with what we're doing for them.
Very good. Well, look at P. I know people know you through political circles as well, and business circles and Chamber of Commerce over the years. You've been at the heart of the community here in Roscommon for more than 25 years, but at this point in time celebrating a 25-year association with Sherry FitzGerald. So we'll wrap up on that, just to wish P and Bernie Burke and their family and the staff here in Gough Street at Sherry FitzGerald P. Burke, congratulations on 25 years together with Sherry FitzGerald, and continued success to you.
Thank you very much, Paul, and I'm delighted, and the best of luck to yourselves and the success, and hopefully, as I said, the Roscommon people are doing a good job in Roscommon Town, and may they have a lot of success going forward as well.
Thank you.